Hey guys, Toby Morrison here. I'm doing this short video today because I just received a couple of comments from some charming people on my Facebook page, on CFS Health Facebook page, after a recent post I did on the topic around belief. And so this lady decided to leave a very nice comment, not really, saying that my story is a complete lie, that I never had chronic fatigue syndrome because I'm fully recovered. Now, I don't bring this up to bag out the lady, because I think that there's a lot of people out there like that who like to bring people down, and also don't believe that recovery is possible, right? Anyway, so I'm going to read you my post that I did about belief, and then you can hear her thoughts, and I'm going to tell you exactly why this is very relevant for everyone to hear this. So this is the post. I recently sat down with a man who is fully recovered from chronic fatigue syndrome. He said despite his father worried that he may never recover, he himself had an unwavering belief that he would eventually recover. I asked him what was the most helpful thing throughout your recovery. He replied, knowing that I was eventually going to get better. This is what I said. In observation, it wasn't so much his belief that got him better, as you can't think your way out of anything, meaning it's not mind over matter. However, it was the actions he took because of his beliefs over and over again that got him better. When we're talking about improving our health, that means we're focusing on what we can do, not what we can't do. When we're unwell, when we're sick, when we've got a chronic illness or something like chronic fatigue syndrome, we know we're not healthy, right? So if we can work on getting healthy, and it sounds easy, but it's not, we eventually are going to see improvements and recover, okay? Now, this is not just from my experience, this is from, thousands of stories around the world, okay? Anyway, this lady projected and said, Toby, I'm sick of seeing these things on your page. You're just telling lies. You're a fraud. You can't get better. I have real CFS. So this is what she said. I have real CFS. Toby, you didn't have real CFS because I'm recovered now. Now, this is the reason why I'm bringing this topic up is for three reasons. Probably more, but we could just go with three. Firstly, if you're constantly trying to protect your illness identity, it's going to be very hard to get out of that. Now, I understand that illness is going to become a part of your regular life when you've gone through hard times for such a long time. But if you want to get on the other side of that, then you need to drop that as your identity. You are not your illness. Okay, we just got another email. Oh, maybe it's a nice one. So if you constantly protect your let's say identity around your illness, well, that's going to be who you are, right? If you want to make that who you are, then you're definitely not going to improve. So my suggestion and my invitation to anyone out there who is constantly saying, look at me, I'm sick, and start calling yourself names that are attached to an illness, that's not really going to be beneficial for you in the long run. And of course, I understand, I have empathy. I think it's important to accept where you're at and accept what your problem and issue is, but at the same time, if you're attaching yourself to something outside of you, that will become you. I'm a little bit fired up right now. The second point I want to make is real CFS. I didn't know illness was a competition. This lady has blatantly gone out of her way to say that my CFS wasn't real. Now, I don't really give a shit what this lady says, because at the end of the day, do you think I would go through 4 years of hell just for the fun of it, just to pretend to help people? And that's the power of belief right there. If you're so strongly held to the belief that you can't get better, then anyone who does is like, oh my God, that they didn't have it. Wake up. Open your mind, be curious, be open to potential to change. I mean, we could talk about chronic fatigue syndrome all day long, but at the end of the day, there is multiple things that people miraculously improve from. And I'm not saying it's a quick fix, I'm not saying it's overnight, but what I'm saying is that, let's just say a doctor gives someone 3 months to live. 5 years later, that same person who was told that they only had 3 months to live is still alive. Do you think that wasn't real? I rest my point. What I'm saying is, just because someone says it's real or not real doesn't mean it's true. That lady who decided to attack my personal story from fear of her own identity, right? Because, you know, my job is to help inspire people that they can get better and show that it is possible. I wouldn't be standing here today if it wasn't. Like, it's just, I'd probably be out surfing or, like, you know, partying or doing probably not as important things as I should be on planet Earth right now, which is to let people know that they can improve and recover too. And of course, recovery means different things for different people, and it's up to that person to decide. If you want to improve your condition from 5 or 10%, make that your goal. If you want to aim for full recovery, make that your goal. But at the end of the day, all that matters is that you know that it's possible to change and create different. Thirdly, I just want to point out that what I was saying with belief had nothing to do with pretending or thinking yourself fine or thinking yourself to healthy. That's complete nonsense, and you just can't do that. All right. The thing that's so powerful about belief is that beliefs create our actions. That's what my point is. And I've just done a video on it recently, and I've done an article on it, so you can read that in more depth. There's scientific studies as well. But at the end of the day, your behaviours are dictated from your belief. And this lady who's just pointed this out, I won't say her name, and I appreciate her for commenting this because, you know, hopefully one day she has the awareness to see this for herself, the other side of what she's ignoring, right? She's so holding the belief that she can't get better that she's justifying why she can't and why it's different for me but different for her. That's a crap game to get into. Now, on the other side, I have the belief that you can improve and recover, so that's probably why I'm fired up right now, because I disagree with what she's saying. Okay? And again, I'm not here advocating that it's mind over matter. I'm literally here to inspire people, but I can't take crap from people like that who keep putting negative crap out there that disempowers people. And this is exactly why I started this whole thing 10 years ago. I invested $400, the only $400 I had, in a website with my story on it because there was too many people like that telling me it was impossible. I'm still doing this 10 years on. I'm still, you know, at the end of the day, this is not rocket science stuff. There's no woo-woo about it. All I'm sharing is that, hey, it's possible. Hey, change can happen. But it's not easy. You know, being sick's not easy. Getting healthy isn't easy too. You've got to sacrifice things. You've got to commit yourself. You've got to stay in it for the long haul. You're going to deal with lots of setbacks and struggle. You know, like with recovery, we all know it's a bit like this, right? There's no smooth sailing all the way up, just like anything great in life. The 4 years that I went through, and this is probably why I'm so fired up right now, is that what this lady thinks that, like, you know, I just pretended to struggle for 4 years. Just and if she saw the struggle that I went through every single day, we would probably have a cup of tea and be friends, because she would have empathy for me and understand that I was just like her. The only difference is now I'm not like her. I'm not a sick person with chronic fatigue syndrome, or I'm a healthy person, right? That's all I wanted to share. I just think it's really important that you start focusing on what you can do and focus on the stuff that's going to help you. Tunnel vision that in. Stop focusing on all this negative crap. Because this is the stuff that really brought tears to my eyes when I was at my worst. The last thing I wanted to see was that you can't improve from someone who hasn't improved. You'll notice that most people who attack and bring out negative stuff are people who haven't been on the other side, right? They're people who are only experiencing one thing. So how can you know that it's entirely true for you if it's not true for them? I only share this with you because this was one of the biggest breakthroughs I had when I was really sick. I literally shut down anything that didn't help me. I shut down all negative stuff. I stopped Googling because everything on Google was so negative. It was like, CFS lasts forever, you can have it for 20 years, you'll be in a wheelchair. And of course that's true. You know, of course, I'm not saying that it's not true that CFS sucks and that CFS is hard and that, it can be from, mild to severe to moderate, right? Or, sorry, moderate to severe, right? What I'm saying is that, I've seen people from that severe case in wheelchairs who have had it for 20 years change their life. But it's what you focus on. Focus on things that will help you. The last thing you need to be doing is believing something, a lie from someone who hasn't seen the truth. So thank you for that lovely comment. You inspired me to do this video. I won't say your name, but at the same time I appreciate the good and the bad, because at the end of the day that's what life is. It brings beautiful and disaster at the same time, support and challenge. So I thank you for all the people who do enjoy my videos and who do enjoy what I have to bring to the table. But again, all I can offer is my experience and my perspective, and this is my truth, so I have to share it with you, just like it is for this lady there, right? There's no wrong or right, but whatever serves you best is what's important. So make sure you do that. Just literally ask yourself, what is going to serve me right now? If you want any more information on what I do and who I am and how we help people, you can go to www.cfshealth.com. Again, thank you for all your support. I enjoy the good and the bad these days. At the end of the day, we can't change what other people think about us. We can only change how we think about it. Speak to you soon.